Good morning, everybody. So we're going to do some maths work this morning, and our maths work is going to start with a story. So while I'm reading this story, I want you to try and count the different animals that you see on each page. Don't worry too much, because the activity we're going to do after the story, we'll be doing some counting then. But just try and remember the amounts of animals that you've seen during this story. Are we ready? Let's begin. This story is called The Runaway Iceberg. Land ahoy! Shouted Rossi, looking out to sea with her telescope. Shall we dive in and explore, Captain? You know I don't like swimming, Gasper said with a sigh. Suddenly a cracking sound came from below them. Before they realised what was happening, a chunk of ice had broken off and Gasper and Rossi were floating out to sea on an iceberg. Quick, swim! Shouted Rossi, but Gasper was afraid. I can't, he cried, peering into the deep, dark sea below. The iceberg floated out farther and farther until they could no longer see land. What are we going to do? Asked Gasper, trembling. How will we ever get back? We are brave explorers, remember, said Rossi, holding Gasper's flippers. We will find a way. Gasper took a deep breath. I guess we could use our flippers to row back, he said. But which way is home? Lift me up, said Rossi. She climbed into Gasper's head, but she was still not high enough to see the land. Try jumping, she suggested, giving him a little nudge with her foot. Gasper jumped, and they both landed on the ice with a thud. Do you need some help finding your way? Asked a snow petrel from above. Oh, yes, please, called Gasper. Which way is land? It's this way, called the snow petrel, flying high above them. Gasper and Rossi used their flippers to row as hard as they could, but the currents kept pushing them the wrong way. Do you need us to give you a push? Asked an Antarctic silverfish from below. Oh, yes, please, called Gasper. The silverfish pushed the iceberg along until suddenly it became stuck. We'll never get through here, exclaimed Gasper. Do you need some help breaking through the ice? Asked a blue whale from the deep. Oh, yes, please, called Gasper. With a huge flip of its tail, the whale smashed the ice and cleared the way. Gasper and Rossi bobbed along behind it, glad to finally be on their way back to safety. Land ahoy! Squawked the snow petrel. It's all been a great adventure, said Rossi, grinning. We're just like real explorers. The sun shone brightly in the sky as Gasper and Rossi headed for home. Hey, stick to your side, Captain, laughed Rossi, as Gasper's tail feathers tickled her feet. I'm right on the edge, grumbled Gasper. The two penguins turned to face each other in shock. The iceberg was getting smaller and smaller. It's melting, shrieked Gasper. We need to move faster. The silverfish swam quicker, and the blue whale helped to push, but the ice was melting too fast. We'll have to swim from here, said Rossi. You can do this, Gasper. I know you can. You are the captain after all. The silverfish started to cheer. Gasper, Gasper, Gasper. Soon everyone had joined in, and Gasper began to feel braver. Gasper gulped, then with one big jump he sploshed into the water. Brrr, he spluttered. It's so chilly. Use your flippers, shouted Rossi, as she dived in over Gasper's head. Whee! Said Rossi, as she headed for home. Gasper flapped his flippers and followed nervously behind. It wasn't long before Rossi and Gasper were back home with their families. "You did it, Captain," said Rossi. "You got us through our most dangerous adventure yet." "I guess I did," agreed Gasper, feeling very proud. "But I couldn't have done it without my trusty first mate." There they are with their families. So, we've just listened to the story The Runaway Iceberg, and now we're going to do some maths work. So, I would like you to firstly think how many penguins. Talk to your grown-up, see if you can remember how many penguins were the main characters in our story. How many penguins can we see here on this iceberg? Can you show your grown-up the right amount of fingers? Well done, there are 2 penguins on the iceberg, and the 2 main penguins in our story were Gasper and Rossi, so that's 2 penguins. So I'm going to, in this box, write the number 2. And I want you to get your magic fingers and have a go at doing the number 2 in the air. Are we ready? So at number 2, we go up and over, all the way down and across. Can you have a go now with your magic fingers in the air? I'll do it again. Are you ready? Up and over, all the way down and across. Fantastic, well done. Okay, the next thing I want you to think about is when the Antarctic silverfish came to help, how many were popping their heads above the water? So you need to count the amount of silverfish that you can see and show your grown-up on your fingers. Fantastic, there is 6 silverfish popping their head out of the water. Well done. So now let's do a number 6. Are you ready? Watch me first. All the way down and loop it round. Now with your magic fingers, do you think you can do a number 6 in the air with me? Are you ready? All the way down and loop it round. Fantastic, number 6s, well done. Okay, now think back to when the blue whale came to see if Gasper and Rossi needed some help. How many blue whales were in our story? Talk to your grown-up and show them the right amount of fingers. Well done, that's great. There was only 1 blue whale in our story. So let's do a number 1. And for a number 1, we just go a long line down. Well done. With your magic fingers, see if you can do 1 too. Are you ready? A long line down. Fantastic, well done. So now I've got this picture with lots of different things on. And I'm going to see if I can count them all and write the correct number in these little boxes. So the first thing I'm going to count, I'm going to start with the blue whale. Okay, so there's my blue whale. I'm going to go back to this page, and with my pen, I'm going to put a line through every blue whale I see, because that helps me to know that I've already counted that one, and it means that I don't count things twice by accident. So you count with me. We're going to count the blue whales. Are you ready? 1, 2. Can you see any more blue whales on this page? No, that's right. I can just see 2. So in this box, what number do I need to write? Well done. I need to write the number 2. Fantastic. Now then, we're going to count the silverfish next. So have a look at what the silverfish looks like. And let's go back to our page and count the silverfish. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see any more silverfish on that page, or have we got them all? Yes, I think we've got them all. Can you remember how many I had? It was 8. Well done. So let's go back to our sheet and I write the number 8 in the box. Now let's count the penguin. The penguin that's standing like this. So have a look at the picture of the penguin. Okay. Let's count the penguins then. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 penguins. Have we missed any penguins? I think we've got them all, haven't we? So what number am I going to write in this box? Number 4. Well done. Number 4. Okay, now let's count the flying petrel bird. Okay, so the white bird in our story that was helping Rossi and Gasper. Let's count how many of those we can see. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodness me, that's a lot. I wonder if anybody can tell me how to write the number 10. What numbers do I need? I need a 1 and a 0. Fantastic, well done. Okay, next then, let's count this here. Does anybody know what this is? You might have seen one of these in your grown-up's car, and it's called a sat-nav. It's something that you put in your car and you use it to help you get somewhere. If you don't know the way, you put the address in and it tells you which way to go. So let's have a look for pictures of this sat-nav here. Okay, I can see one up here. 1, count with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sat navs. So what number do I need to write in this box? That's right, I need to write the number 9. Fantastic. Now then, let's count this here, and I think this is Gasper from our story. So let's count Gasper. Are we ready? He's looking a bit grumpy, isn't he? So we'll have to remember to look for the penguin that looks a little bit grumpy. Here he is, look. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have we got them all? Well done, we've got 5 grumpy Gaspers. And there is number 5. Now let's count this here. Do you know what this is? We've had a little look at this in our topic work this week. This is the globe, isn't it? And here, can you remember what continent this is called? The really, really cold one. Antarctica. Well done. So we're going to count the globe, the world. Okay. How many worlds can you see on that picture? I can see 1. Can you see any more, or just 1? Just 1. Fantastic. So what number needs to go in the box? Number 1. Fantastic. Okay. Now let's count Gasper and Rossi on the iceberg. So let's go back to our picture. Look for the iceberg with Gasper and Rossi on. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. So we have 6. So let's go back to our sheet. And the number 6 goes in this box here. 6. Okay. Now let's count Rossi, the penguin with the telescope. Okay. So where is Rossi? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. Good counting, everybody. What number needs to go in here? That's right, 7. Fantastic. And the last thing we need to count is this bird here. So let's look on the page for the bird. Can you see one? I can see one right at the top. Let's count how many we can see. 1, 2, 3. 3 birds. What number do I need to write? That's right, I need to write the number 3. And if we go back to our picture, because I have put lines through the things we've counted, we can make sure that we've counted everything and we haven't missed any counting. And on our sheet we've got lots of different numbers, so let's go through these numbers. Who can tell me what this number is? Number 9, fantastic. And this number? Number 2. This number is number 5. This big number is number 10. This number is number 3. This number, number 4. This number, number 6. This number, number 8. This number, number 1. This number, number 7. Fantastic counting, everybody. Well done. Now, I have put on the school website this activity, if you want to have another go at this one. There is also a bit of more of a trickier activity that you can print off and do with your grown-up, and you will need to work out one more and one less. So if you want to have a go at that activity, that is on the website. But well done, everybody, for some fantastic maths work this morning. I'm sure your brains are all counted out. Really good counting there, guys. So well done, and I'll see you soon.